Hello, welcome back again to Total Saw Solutions. My name is Ron Angelo.
And I'm Don Angelo.
And today we are going to be cutting many types of woods and plastics and different thicknesses. We've been asked by many of you woodworkers out there asking us, hey, can this blade cut more than just one board? And so we want to show you a lot of different cuts as we cut through different products today.
We're using the Microkerf40, and if you notice, the Microkerf40 made this cut right down here. This is our competition. This is the ones that you guys have. You know, all the different, everybody's claiming that this is a thin kerf blade that they have. Well, you can take a look for yourself the difference between the thicknesses. Ron right now is going to set up this. He wants to demonstrate, explain a little bit about what Rockler has made. It's for a, what do they call this?
It's a thin rip jig, and with this thin rip jig you can cut different pieces of wood, real thin or thick or whatever you want, consistency, whatever, when you're cutting a lot of stuff for bending and gluing. And our blade here, first of all, we have it unplugged, and as I'm showing you this, that our blade really shines when it comes to cutting very thin strips.
Like this, thinner, whatever you're looking for, this can really go. Well, we're going to use this thickness right now, since I just happen to have that. We're going to use that to slide in here so we can maintain a thickness. And he's going to bump that up. So you can go with thicker pieces if you want, but we're going to choose to use this. So he's going to just lightly put that up.
It's very quick and easy. I'll actually cut it just a little thinner. I'm going to show you that we can actually get very thin with this one. And with the Sears, as you're cut through something like this, the 1 horsepower motor, it's very difficult to cut this thick of wood with it. With a 2 or 3 horse, you can just cut through like butter. But this can also be achieved a little slower, but it cuts through very well.
And what Ron is saying, a thicker kerf blade, you wouldn't be able to perform the same kind of performance that this blade would do, because we have half the kerf. So you don't have to have as much horsepower, but still the horsepower is really nice to have, because you're going to get a much nicer finish in the long run. But if you don't have that, that's okay too. You can still get a nice finish. The Microkerf40 is designed to give you a blue line rip. It's not a glass finish, but we want you to be able to glue pieces together. If we gave you a glass finish on there, it's going to be nice, real smooth, but it's not going to glue together. So that's the reason that our finish is the way it is.
Now with this thin rip jig, you just tighten down the knob, it squeezes against the slot here, and I can't even pull this off. It's very stable and secure. Can you plug us in please, Don?
Yep.
I'm going to be cutting through some about 1 3/4 inches right now.
He brought so the kerf sits up a little bit above the wood there. You can go a 2 thickness high, that would be satisfactory. That's going to give you the best finish when you're cutting through. And he's pushing this up against with the rip fence. Now, don't make all these cuts until you have saw our other video of aligning your table saw. Otherwise, you're going to give problems with this blade. This blade should not be rubbing anywhere underneath. You should hear nothing ticking in here. The support collars should be free of touching. So we know there is not going to be any heat that's going to enter into this blade. So Ron, I'm going to plug this in.
And we'll start cutting. Okay.
Here we go. Whoa, paper. You can write this double letter on it.
I'll move another one to see how fast it goes. Get it right up again, bump it up, tighten it down. And we're on our way. Try another one so you can see it still keeps cutting. you're going to see anything on the Sears Craftsman look like that with any other blade. Now I'm going to try and show you, here's some cherry. I'm going to shoot some cherry to you. Cherry usually burrs real good, and as you guys work with cherry, you know that, and we will show you that as I'm cutting through.
Much lower the blade,
I will be bringing it through here. Lay down. That's about good. Okay, now we'll cut some real thin strips with this. Okay. There's no burning. Let's smooth that again. Show you another one here. Just have fun. Once you start cutting, just say, what else can I cut?
Cut through knots real nice.
Now, with your 2-horse motor, I can really whip this through nice. But with a 1-horse, it still cuts very smooth. You can do it with a nice saw like this. Here's some knots. Let's see if that's pretty good. This is a 2x4. I was cutting some knots in it. But we'll just see if our height is, yeah, that's good. And we'll just take some cuts with this one here. I'm just showing you some small boards so the video doesn't get too long. I can keep cutting all day as however long length.
You're going to cut some
I'll be cutting some mahogany shortly as well.
right here.
And it's nice and smooth. Now here's some.
Bring that piece over here so they can see that.
Okay.
You can look at that. They went right through the knots there.
Now we're trying mahogany. We like to do some exotic woods. We'll give this. It's not even squared up or anything. It's rough wood.
What he's saying is that he didn't even run it through the planer yet. It's just rough sawed right out of the mill. So it's all twisted and waney a little bit.
We'll give this a whirl and see what happens. May have to take a couple cuts with it
to get it squared a little more.
Okay.